You're pretty damn smart, but not enough people know it. Hey guys, so this is something that I was thinking about the other day. I was actually scrolling through Instagram and a lot of local agents, obviously, that I follow, and I'm looking at some of their content, and I'm like, man, some of it is really good. Like, some of it's really insightful. And I was kind of surprised, not that, because I know the people personally, I know them to be very smart individuals, but what surprised me was that some of the insight that they had, this was the first time that I was seeing it, and I was seeing it on like Instagram story or something, which isn't a bad thing, but it really got me thinking, like, man, there's so many smart folks that I work with, that I work alongside, and they're not putting out the knowledge that they have in a wide enough fashion, if that makes sense. So, they may shoot a quick Instagram story or something, but what they're not doing is doing like a webinar or blasting that out to their email database, or doing an Instagram and Facebook Live, and doing a blog post, and like take that one piece of knowledge or that insight that you have and push it in a really big way. And so that's part of what I wanted to talk about here today is, one of the ways that we try to build our profile is simply through using, like taking content and stretching it. And so you can take a single piece of content, a single idea, a single insight that you have, and you can stretch it a whole lot of different ways. Because look, some people are big in watching Instagram stories. Others, they like to, lay in bed at night and read blog posts. Others like to, watch stuff on YouTube. But if we're not on all the channels, right, we may be missing out on our target audience that we should otherwise be hitting. And this is true whether you are talking about buying and selling homes, whether you are an infopreneur, whether you're, selling a product or service. Like, your target audience isn't in one specific area, right? Unless you're, I've got friends that teach courses on how to better utilize Instagram, for instance. And so obviously, their target audience probably is in Instagram, is where they should be targeting exclusively. But for the rest of us, right, that our target audience, they may be who knows where, on YouTube or blogs or whatever. We need to make sure that our presence is on all those different spaces. Now, one of the things I will caution is I think it's really important that you put your focus on one platform. So you're going to go deep on trying to understand and cater to some algorithms, right, on one specific platform. Unless you have a massive marketing budget where you can shoot the same video, right? I'm shooting this video, and maybe I've got a camera here and a camera here and a camera here, and they're all, filming different orientations and whatever, different platforms. Unless you've got a setup like that, which, by the way, I don't. I have one camera rolling right now. If you have a setup like that, kudos to you, and maybe that makes sense to tailor all of your videos and everything to each specific platform. But for the purposes of what I'm talking about today, I'm speaking directly to one camera, and I'm taking that piece of content, and we will probably optimize it for Instagram. That's the platform that I've decided to go deep on. Now, again, there's lots of I can make arguments for and against Instagram. I can make them for and against YouTube. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Pick one that you're going to go deep on. But what we will do with this one video that I'm shooting right now is we're going to take it, we're going to stretch it. So yes, we're going to post it on Instagram, and that's going to be kind of like our home base, right? The video is going to be edited specific to Instagram. But we're going to take that finished product and we're going to put it on YouTube as well. And we're going to take it and we're going to create a blog post out of it. And we'll probably create some Instagram reels out of it. And we'll create some Facebook reels and maybe some Instagram short or some YouTube shorts. We're going to create a lot of different content off of this one video. And so I would encourage you guys to do that, right? So if you create one piece of content, you can take that and, if you have a longer piece of content, especially if it's in the form of like the top 5 reasons to move to Ashburn, for instance. You can take that and each individual reason, reason number 1 to move to Ashburn, reason number 2, reason number 3, etc. Each one of those can be its own Instagram reel, YouTube short, etc. So you've got one long video that you're going to post to maybe YouTube. then you're going to chop it up, right? And each reason that you would move is another short, YouTube short or Instagram reel, Facebook reel, etc. You can also then create a shortened version of that. If this is maybe a 7-minute video, I could create a shortened version of that is the long form version I put on Instagram or put on Facebook. But here's the other thing, is that we can also take the transcript from this and we can rip it, and then we can create a blog post from it. We can then, instead of using it in blog post format, we can take it and create an email with it. So I'm shooting one piece of content and we're putting it all over the web. Because again, not that I think I'm God's gift to marketing or anything like that, but I see this from so many folks, or like I'll be having private conversation with them and it's like, man, that was really good content. You really should be putting it out there. And it's just as simple as, setting up your phone on a tripod. You don't even have to have a fancy microphone necessarily, but you have AirPods or something like that. Put your phone on a tripod, and then just like I said, literally taking one piece of content and splitting it out a bunch of different ways. And that's a very easy way to start reaching a much wider audience than what you probably already are, if you're not already using that tactic. Now, again, this does not have to be something where you have 8 different cameras set up that you're not looking into like the nightly news or something. Use one camera. That's all I'm using right now is one camera, and it works exceedingly well. Now, how do you get started? That's a question that I hear a lot. Honestly, it's like this. This topic came to mind after seeing somebody on an Instagram reel, and it was like this crazy good piece of content, but the only place you could find it was on Instagram story, and it was going to disappear after 24 hours. Like one amazing piece of content that they put out was going to disappear. And that was like the aha. And that's such a good piece of content, and I can find it nowhere else, that they put it out there. So guys, y'all are really smart. I mean, you guys should be sharing that knowledge and helping either in the sales space or maybe helping the consumers with whatever your specialty is, the unique twist that you put on this industry that helps them, gives them a little bit of a unique advantage. You guys should be talking about that more, and you guys should be putting it out over a bunch of different forms of media to make sure that as many people that can be helped as possible, you're able to reach. And so that's my PSA for the day.